Hi, Mr. Martin. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning,
Fine,
morning,
fine,
morning. So I see you have a new, well, not a new one, but one that I've never seen before.
Oh yes.
So what is this exactly?
What's the MGB? It's actually a 1963 MGB. So it's the oldest one in Jamaica right now. The oldest MGB in Jamaica right now. 1963. Yeah. And I actually bought it from Norway, from an Englishman in Norway. So I brought it down. Yeah. And I've had it from 1970. Well, 1979 I bought it in Norway. Yeah, and I did not work on it. Yeah, so it's what we have now. And it has an overdrive. So there are 4 speeds plus electric overdrive. So there's a 5th speed. So they used to use back in those days.
So you actually went to Norway and got it?
I was in Norway, yeah, shipbuilding. I was in shipbuilding. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So I was in Norway.
So how did you find it?
A friend, what happened when I was in Norway, I got friendly with a gentleman from England who had a sports shop, and I love cricket, you know, and tennis, lawn tennis. So I used to be with him a lot of times. And one day his friend came in. He was a disc jockey, and he had the MGB, and he had actually got a contract in Norway to do some disco work. So he took Fred Olsen line and came across from England to Norway. And he was there talking with them, you know, and he said, oh, you know, the second gear is no good, you know. And I don't want to be found in the hinterland of Norway and can't find a way. So I was there and I said, you know, I didn't have a car at the time. So I said, but it's a good opportunity for me. In my mind, I said that. And I asked him, you know, if he would sell it to me. And he said, yes, sure. And I paid him £100 sterling for it at the time. So what I used to do, I used to drive in Norway, and that year Peter Tosh was in Norway. So actually I went to a big stadium where a number of musicians were there, including Peter Tosh. And I went and greeted them, you know, Sly and Robbie and them. Yeah, and I drove all around Norway with it. And then when I was going back now, the tugboat that we're building, I wasn't able to put it in it because the seas were rough in the North Sea. So another ship was coming down the following year, so I brought it down in that. Yeah. And then I got it repaired and fixed up and everything. I did overhaul the engine and everything. And here I have it now for these many years. 1800 engine, twin carburetor twin SU carburetors.
Right, I mean,
This car doesn't have power brake, a booster.
Yes, sir.
These things were made, they didn't have a power.
Thank you for bringing it out.
so it doesn't have a power booster.
No, there's a booster. No.
So it's twin SUs.
I leave it that way. Twin
Yeah.
SU carburetors.
Yeah, ask it first.
So I see you have an oil cooler around the front here.
Yes.
And you have an alternator.
Yes. Well, I put that on.
You put on the
Yes.
alternator.
It's more efficient.
And it's inch and a half SUs.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oil pressure, temperature gauge, and to tell you what the voltage when you start up. There's a tachometer, fuel gauge, and of course a speedometer.
Okay, hold on, let me.
Inside here we have a fuel gauge, the overdrive switch right here,
Right.
and then you have the tachometer, speedometer. There's a oil pressure gauge, temperature gauge, and how much voltage you're getting while you're driving. Should be like 13 volts when you're driving. That's basically fundamentally what it is.
Did you get with it here now?
With the overdrive, going to the country up to 25 miles per gallon. 25 miles per gallon. So that is quite good for this car. With a 1.8 liter engine, you know, with the twin S2 carburetors. So I'm quite happy with it. That's good.
All right. What kind of tires you have on it now? On the rim.
The tires there is a 14 rim.
And that's the original MG rim.
Yeah, the original. Well, it's not the original rims. No, these are not original.
Okay.
But in any event, I normally use the high profile tires because you know the
You brought it on a ship, right?
yes.
So 1963.
Yes.
This look like the original radiator,
Yes, it is original radiator.
but you put a fan on
I
it.
put a fan on it. Yeah, because
Electrical
it's
fan.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the blower
It's a
motor.
blower, that's correct.
Okay. Do you have any AC on it at all?
No.
We spoke now a whole lot of times about the wheelies, but I never saw the headlamp that can turn around. So you want to show it to me?
All right. You just unscrew that.
And this is it here
So you can work on your engine at night.
in the night. Yeah, that's interesting.
But this is standard. All
Oh, that is it.
the
From that era.
Yeah.
What year?
1944.
So Paul, have you ever had to use that lamp when you're on the road to fix anything? So,
Fortunately, no. But it is nice to know it's there if you need it.
okay, good, good, good. What's your name?
My name is Emil O'Brien,
Right.
and I work with Toyota Jamaica. I am there 26 years now. I am an auto master body technician, and I restored this vehicle, this FJ40, 1982, from the ground up.
So
And when I said the ground up, meaning that this was nothing. When you see this, you would say it should throw away. Well, we actually dig it from under a hill, like a dirt hill with bush and stuff like that. And we jog it to the garage, and which is Toyota Jamaica, head office Spanish Town Road, and we took it down, sandblast it, took the body off the chassis, took out the engine, transmission, the gearbox, the diff, took everything out. Blast the chassis, everything will blast, we epoxy prime it, and we start our operation. So this body is our original body, and it was really, really rotten. I patched this body, and if you look in out, you don't know that it really patched. Tune it up back again, you know?
Yeah, so what you say the engine is now?
So the engine is a 2B engine, 4-cylinder diesel. And in this time it come with about, in this time when it make, it come with about 40, 45 horsepower, something about here. And this is the original Land Cruiser engine. In these days, the same engine that come in those small dyno truck, you know, those small old dyno truck, same diesel engine, and it's a good engine. It run, the hotter it get, the more it want to run. See this type of cluster here?
Yeah.
That's the old vintage cluster.
Yeah, I know it.
This vehicle don't use like a computer like modern days vehicle.
Right.
Yes, it is like straightforward. So I can tell you, even my 17-year-old son can come in this vehicle and work on it and get it to start and drive. It's really easy to work on. And you can see what the cluster come with. Just the regular battery, temperature, oil, and gas.
So I see 22,
That's the mileage. We
that's
don't,
original mileage.
That's the original mileage. So check out this now. So this is the windshield wiper.
Is it 7-seater, mate? Is it 7? What is it?
You would say this pull air is to bring the fresh air outside inside. You know, these modern days vehicles have the thing where the air circulate and thing where the air can pull outside. So you see how long vehicle making with those ideas though and design. So check it out. It is right here. And this warmer is to give you a little warm air in those time, you know. Then make it with a little warm air. You getting that? See, you have a little guy here.
It actually has AC.
It work. It do work. But yeah, it do work. But I don't like to use the AC in these vehicles. I like hear the sound. I like hear the breeze. I like feel the breeze blowing on my face. Check out these little wind deflector. You see these little wind deflector down here?
Yeah.
When you're driving.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can't open that.
Yeah, and it take in all the air and it feels so good, man.
Right.
Trust me.
Yes.